Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso and Africa's youngest leader, has rapidly gained admiration across the continent. His leadership has sparked a wave of support that transcends national borders, making many African leaders uneasy as they witness their citizens express unprecedented love for a foreign president. This phenomenon became even more evident during his recent visit to Ghana for the inauguration of President John Mahama. The event, attended by over 30 African heads of state and dignitaries, turned into an unexpected display of mass support for Traoré. When it was his turn to approach the podium and greet the new Ghanaian leader, the crowd erupted in wild cheers, louder than for any other leader present. The same sentiment is now surfacing in Kenya, where President William Ruto's administration has faced criticism for corruption and economic mismanagement. Kenyans have begun expressing their admiration for Traoré, even painting his image on public buses that transport people across the country. This act of symbolic endorsement is a powerful statement. It is rare for a nation's citizens to display the portrait of a foreign leader on their public transport instead of their own president. But why is this happening? What makes Captain Ibrahim Traoré different from the many elected African leaders who struggle to gain similar admiration? Imagine walking through the bustling streets of Nairobi or Mombasa, only to see public buses, walls, and murals adorned with the image of Traoré. It's a sight that has left many Kenyans and Africans alike in awe. But why is a leader from West Africa capturing the hearts and imaginations of people in Kenya, a country over 5,000 kilometers away? This unprecedented phenomenon has sent shockwaves across the continent and sparked crucial conversations about leadership, governance, and Africa's future. To understand why Ibrahim Traoré's image resonates so deeply with Kenyans, we first need to explore his journey and vision. Traoré's meteoric rise to prominence began in 2022 when he became the youngest president in Africa at just 34 years old. His ascent to leadership in Burkina Faso was not a smooth political campaign, but a bold and determined response to years of instability, corruption, and foreign interference. Traoré stepped into power amidst political chaos. Burkina Faso had been struggling with internal conflicts and external pressures that drained its resources and morale. Despite his youth, he showed a level of determination and leadership that resonated deeply with his people. His call for self-reliance and an end to foreign exploitation marked a turning point not just for Burkina Faso, but for Africa as a whole. In Kenya, citizens have grown increasingly frustrated with their government's handling of economic issues and persistent corruption. President William Ruto's administration has faced criticism for failing to address these challenges effectively. In contrast, Traoré's decisive actions and commitment to national sovereignty present a refreshing alternative. His leadership style embodies qualities that many Kenyans yearn for in their own leaders: integrity, courage, and a focus on the well-being of the nation over personal gain. The admiration for Traoré in Kenya is not just about his policies, but also about what he represents: a new generation of African leadership that is unafraid to challenge the status quo and prioritize the interests of their people. This sentiment is captured in various discussions and analyses across the continent. As Africa stands at a crossroads, the rise of leaders like Captain Ibrahim Traoré offers a glimpse into a potential future where governance is characterized by accountability, transparency, and a genuine commitment to the prosperity of all citizens. The widespread admiration for Traoré serves as a powerful reminder to current and future African leaders. The people are watching, and they are yearning for change. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's growing popularity across Africa, particularly in countries like Kenya, underscores a broader desire for effective and principled leadership. His example challenges African leaders to rise to the occasion and meet the expectations of their citizens, fostering a continent-wide movement towards better governance and self-determination. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who assumed leadership of Burkina Faso in September 2022, has implemented policies emphasizing self-reliance and sovereignty, drawing inspiration from Pan-African ideals. His administration's focus on economic independence, resource management, and grassroots development has led to comparisons with the revolutionary leader Thomas Sankara. Traoré's government has taken significant steps to assert control over Burkina Faso's natural resources. In a recent address, he indicated intentions to revoke certain foreign gold mining permits, aiming to increase national oversight of the gold sector. This move underscores his commitment to ensuring that the country's mineral wealth benefits its citizens. Upon taking office, Traoré prioritized combating terrorism and restoring territorial integrity. The government reorganized defense and security forces, acquired new military equipment, and recruited approximately 10,000 Army and Navy personnel. Despite these efforts, challenges persist, as evidenced by a tragic attack in Barcelona in August 2024, where at least 100 civilians lost their lives. Traoré's administration has implemented policies aimed at promoting social inclusion and protecting human rights. Efforts include promoting gender equality, safeguarding children's rights, and ensuring marginalized communities are not overlooked. Additionally, initiatives to promote youth employment have been introduced, reflecting a commitment to empowering the younger generation. The Mount Kenya Times. Traoré's leadership style has garnered admiration beyond Burkina Faso, notably in Kenya. Kenyans have painted his image on public buses, symbolizing a desire for bold, visionary, and people-centered leadership. This phenomenon reflects a broader trend of African citizens seeking inspiration from leaders who champion Pan-African ideals, unity, and self-reliance. Despite his popularity, Traoré's leadership has faced scrutiny. Critics question the concentration of power and the extension of military rule, as seen in the May 2024 National Conference that kept Traoré in office until 2029. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's leadership in Burkina Faso is marked by a commitment to self-reliance, resource sovereignty, and social inclusion. While his policies have inspired admiration both domestically and internationally, particularly in Kenya, challenges remain in addressing security concerns and ensuring inclusive governance. The evolving political landscape in Burkina Faso will test the resilience and adaptability of Traoré's administration in the coming years.